and welcome. In this video, we'll see how to make the piston in Inventor. Open Inventor and then click on New. In Metric, choose standard mm.ipt and then click on Create. Start 2D sketch and then choose the XY plane. First, I'm going to draw only this upper profile and then I'm going to use the option Revolve. Now we'll add the dimensions to it. This dimension is given as 65 divided by 2. We are going to enter only the half of the dimensions since we are going to draw only the half of the profile. Sixty-five divided by 2 and the height is given from the bottom it is given as 64. And this is given 54 divided by 2. This is given as total as 5. This the inner this the distance is given by 2.4. This is given 3. Again this is given by 2.4 and this is given by 1.5. This detail is given in this view. As you can see, this 1.5 mm and the total is 3.2. From here till here it is given as total 3.2 and the angle is 135. Now it is fully constrained and then click on Finish Sketch. Now we are going to use the option Revolve. By default the profile is selected. If the profile is not selected, make sure the profile is the closed profile and they are only one closed profile. And I'm going to choose about this axis and make sure it has to revolve around an angle 360 since it is complete circle. Now again go to 2D sketch and then click on XY plane. Now we are going to make the bottom half. Now I'm going to dimension it. I'm going to add a horizontal constraint and now I'm going to add dimensions to it. From this point to this point it is 65 divided by 2. 8 divided by 2 and the inner 62 divided by 2. Make sure this line is not the straight line. To trim this. (62 divided by 2) and this is 65 divided by 2. and from the top the distance is given 21. Here it's given as 21 mm from the top, and this in the top the inner diameter is given in this view, that is 59 mm. So it will be 59 divided by 2 again, and then click on finish sketch. And now we'll again choose the option revolve, but default the profile is again selected, and then we'll revolve at an angle of 360 degree and then click on OK. And we are going to change the view type. I'm going to change it to wireframe with hidden edges. Now start 2D sketch in the same XYZ plane. Now I'm going to draw the rectangle. It's going to 44 mm. Since it should be symmetric, I'm going to give this dimension as well. From the top till bottom of the rectangle, the distance is given by 17.5 plus 32.5. So let us enter the dimension as it is. 17.5 plus 32.5. I'm going to make an construction line over here. This line to this line, it is 22 mm. Since it should be symmetric, now it is to be constrained. Now I'll click on finish. I'm going to cut it using that option extrude, and since it should be symmetric, I'm going to choose the direction symmetric, and now I'm going to pull it in the opposite direction, and in the output there is a boolean. Choose that option called cut because we have to remove the material right now. Now we'll see it shaded with edges. Now we'll make this one as visible. Right click and then click on visible. Now we are going to create 3 planes because we need to draw this profile, and since it is not the symmetrical profile, we are going to use the option loft, and we need to draw 3 different profiles. So we are going to make 3 different planes. You can add the plane by just using the plane option over here, and then just offset from the plane, and we are going to specify the distance. The first distance is given by 32 mm from the center, sorry, 22, and from this point to this point 8 mm, and now you can choose this plane or this plane. If you're going to choose this plane, it is going to be -8. If you're going to choose this mate, it is going to be -16. Now we'll hide this XY plane. Just click on right click on XY plane and just uh, untick the visibility mark. I forgot to add the one more features. I'm going to hide this three work planes, and now I'm going to choose this plane. I'm going to rotate it and just and I'm going to project this geometry as it is. This geometry as well as this line, I'm going to project it. That is, you don't need to draw the line. Whatever is there in the surface, that line it will be projected. Now you can see, now I'm going to make a rectangle from this. Now I'm going to draw the one more profile over here. We cannot use the extrude option for extruding this rectangle since this circular profile is not symmetric. It is thin at the bottom and thick at the top. So again I'm going to choose this profile and then select the plane about which you need to draw the sketches. Now again I'm going to choose this plane, this plane, and then click on project. Then click on finish sketch. Now we'll use the option called loft. Click on loft and then choose this closed profile, and this profile. Now you can see the material has been added. Now we'll make all this work plane visible. Right click and then click on visibility. And now we are going to draw three different circles on three different planes using this details 20 mm diameter and 22 mm diameter. Just click on this the outermost plane and then click on the sketch. In the outermost plane, in the center plane is the biggest circle, and in the inner and the outer plane the circle is of smaller diameter. So first we have chosen the outer plane, so it will be the diameter of the 20 mm. So let us make a circle of diameter 20 mm. And the distance from the top, it is given, the center of the circle from the top, it is given as 32.5 mm, or from the bottom of the square also you can give it, that is 17.5 mm. And now I'm going to add, since it is the smallest circle, so diameter is 20 mm. Now we'll choose the third plane and start the 2D sketch. Now I'll not draw the circular profile again. I'll just project this. That's it. You can see it has been projected. And now we'll choose the center plane, and I'm going to draw a circle again. And I'm going to make this two circle as concentric. so that the center point remains the same. Now I'm going to add the dimensions. It is 22 mm. I'm going to change the view. uh, since I'm going to add one more dimensions to it, 17.5, and I'm going to make it. Now I'll hide all these work planes, and now I'll choose the option called loft. Loft is the option which is used to make uh, different profiles, and you can provide them with the guide curves, that is the path along which the material has to be added, and it should be done in order. The circles should be selected in order, otherwise the proper profile won't be generated. And then click on OK. Now I'm going to add this inside hole, which is of diameter 12.7. I'm going to use this plane and then start the 2D sketch. Diameter is given as 12.7 and 17.5 mm. I'm going to add one more constraint. Now I'll use the option extrude to cut the material. In the output, I'm going to use the option cut to remove the material. Uh, and then click on OK. Now I'll change the view backs to shades to check that it is proper. Now whatever I have done on this side using mirror option, we'll do it on this side later, because we are going to do some other features which are required again for mirroring. Now for timing, let's hide this one using the option suppress. Now go to sketch, start to studio sketch and select this plane. And these details we are going to draw. The outside is given as 6 mm and the inside 33 mm thickness. This distance is 4 mm. Now let us add the distance. This is 6. From this point to this point is half, so it is 3 mm. Same goes with here. This total distance is 3. This to this is 3 divided by 2, that is 1.5. From this point I choose 1.5. This distance is given by 4 mm from this point. And and the total distance from this point to that point is given by 11 point. So from this point to this point it is 11.5. Now we'll make an arc. We know the center point. Same. And one more arc. This and this should be concentric, and yeah, this one should be concentric. It's already concentric. And now we'll unsuppress this. We'll click on finish sketch and then click unsuppress this feature. Now we'll change the view type. And now we'll extrude one by one geometry. I'm going to extrude it on the opposite side till the surface. I'm going to choose one profile first. Next, I'm going to choose this profile. First, we'll do it one by one profile. Okay. Now we can see that the sketch has been hidden. We can make it visible again. Till now again we will extrude this till this piston top. Then click on OK. And now we'll change the view back to normal. That is a shaded with edges. Now I'll hide the sketch. I need to extrude this again. I'm going to make the sketch visible again. And now I'm going to use the option extrude this and this, and I'm going to use the option through up to next, so that up to the which surface it ends till there the extrusion takes place. And now I'm going to hide this. Now it is of no use. I'm going to now I'm going to use the option mirror. I'm going to select the features. I'm going to choose this loft 1, loft 2, extrusion, this, and I'm going to mirror it about this axis. and then click on OK. Now I'm going to change the view back to wireframe with hidden edges. Now I'm going to draw a line from this end to this end. Now I'm going to extrude it to a distance of 7.8 mm. 7.8, and click on OK. Now I'm going to change back to shade it with edges. Now the last part, we need to cut this slot. I'm going to start the story sketches and I'm going to choose the YZ plane, and again I'm going to change the view back to hidden with edges. Now the distance between these two lines is 2.5 mm. 2.5 mm, and 2.5. 2.5. And it should be parallel to each other. Now click on finish. Now I'm going to use the option extrude to cut the material. I'm going to use it symmetric, and then click on OK. Now we'll change back to this, and as we made, now we're going to add the material to it, and the piston is made of aluminum alloy. So we'll go to eye properties, click on physical, in the material click on aluminum. aluminum 6061. Since aluminum is not there, we are going to use aluminum 6061, or we are going to create the aluminum material again, and now we are going to save this as piston.